What hospital food looks like around the world. Argentina. People in Argentina don't treat their meals as sustenance. Instead, the act of eating is treated as a social event, with people often gathering for meals and a community vibe. The cuisine is highly influenced by Mediterranean, Spanish and Italian tastes. For hospital food in Argentina, it's not uncommon to find boiled eggs wrapped in sausages, marinara sauce, and some roasted potatoes. The touch of Italian is quite visible in this dish. Austria. One of the photos that went viral back in the day was a photo from a hospital in Austria, wherein the food served included ham slices with tomato, butter, and dip. It came with a side of soup and some bread. This is light years from the popular sausages that are found in the country, with special sausage stands called Wurstladen located everywhere. You can find every size, shape, and color of sausage in these places. Bavaria, Germany. We've already spoken about German food in hospitals, but that's not the end of it. The country also has a variety of other options. In Bavaria, Germany, a common hospital meal will consist of some creamed beef, corn, peas, strudel, and bread. Out of these things, strudel is the dish with origins tied to Germany. The pastry can be sweet and savory. Belgium might be famous for its waffles and fries, but it's pretty safe to assume that they won't make it onto a hospital plate. Belgium chocolate is one of the more popular items in the country. It might be delicious, but it's definitely not patient-friendly. A meal in a Belgian hospital can include some chicory in cooked ham, doused with bechamel sauce. It's served with a side of mashed potatoes and mushroom soup. To round it off, fruits like mandarins are provided. Britain. Hospital food in Britain is a reflection of the country for sure. Even though you might not find fish and chips at hospitals easily, the rest of the meal still screams Britain. An average meal at a British hospital may look like some minestrone soup, beef and onion pie, some steamed veggies, and a banana. We are also pretty sure that tea was on the tray, because the British meal can't be complete without their beloved tea. Chennai, Indian. India is quite famous for its cuisine. A basic Indian meal in households includes chapati, rice, and some cooked vegetables and lentils. The same is more or less reflected in the meals at hospitals. An average hospital meal at an Indian hospital will also have chapati, rice, one or two cooked veggies, and curry. You might also get an Indian dessert like gulab jamun or peda. China. A simple meal at a Chinese hospital includes a selection of rice, some curry, and a side of tea and salad. This meal bears a good resemblance to the food regularly eaten by the country's residents. Chinese food is quite popular, and for good reason. Kung Pao chicken, dumplings, noodles, etc. are some of the more popular options in the cuisine. A basic Chinese meal includes a portion of rice and noodles, alongside 3 to 4 side dishes. Dubai, UAE, there's nothing but the best for one of the richest cities in the world. Dubai is known for its glitz and glamour, the shine that surrounds it, and the sheer level of wealth and opulence. Dubai is famous for its high-end cuisine as it's home to some truly fabulous restaurants. The city also has some amazing shawarmas and hummus. However, their hospital food is far removed from either world. An average meal consists of pasta, bread, a side salad, and cake. There's also some soup in a bowl for nutrition. Estonia. The European country of Estonia has delicious food, with its national dish being Weihrwurst. This bloody sausage is a winter dish and is quite famous in the country. However, the food in the hospital is a far cry from being a blood sausage, and more suited to be eaten within the white walls. An average meal includes mashed potatoes, some cut-up veggies, milk, pastry, and possibly sauerkraut. Pinaland. In Pinaland, the residents partake in meals made up of simple European dishes. The major ingredients include meat, pasta, potato, and rice. Seafood is also quite popular amongst the Finns, making their diet a healthy one. For hospital meals, the Finns prefer to serve their patients a variety of meals, mostly consisting of boiled veggies, salads, and soups, main dishes with meat, and sometimes fruits. The patients also get the option to choose their salad and bread. Germany. German cuisine has a life of its own, and it's quite different from what people regularly eat. Their popular dishes include bratwurst, schnitzel, and pretzels. Even their hospital dishes incorporate famous German dishes into their meals. For Germany, an average meal at a hospital includes schnitzel, breaded cutlet, spotzel, a noodle dish, some salad, cake, and a pudding dessert. There's truly nothing as good as eating the food you devoured as a child to make you feel better. Greece. Food in Greece, like other Mediterranean cuisines, is centered around olive oil, wheat, and other such ingredients. Some of the popular Greek dishes include moussaka and tzatziki. The use of olive oil in most of their dishes is quite liberal. Baklava is their most popular dessert. However, not all hospitals in Greece go the traditional route. Some of their meals are non-Mediterranean, like steak with bean sauce, shrimp, baked potato, some buns, and a slice of cake. Hardinge, Sweden. Swedish food is often centered around some delicious dairy products, bread, berries, and your regular beef and chicken along with other meats. However, everybody knows that the Swedes are most famous for their meatballs, all thanks to IKEA. However, it's very difficult to find some meatballs in the hospital, and you might have to settle for some chicken curry with rice and veggies. They also provide an orange to keep your vitamin C up. Hungary. Goulash, a popular Hungarian stew, is the most commonly known meal in the country. The stew is made of meat and veggies, and a generous helping of spices, including paprika. They also have some greatly comforting food like mushroom paprikash. However, the hospital food is far removed from the culture. Some internet users from the country have posted photos from the hospital, including a tray that only had bread, butter, and some minced bologna. Ireland. The Irish are known for their love of everything hearty. Their food is a mix of different countries that have socially affected the nation. Some popular items include Irish coffee, Irish stew, shepherd's pie, and more. However, the hospital food here doesn't entirely do justice to the otherwise cuisine-oriented country. One of the options you might receive includes poached eggs, savory potato, bread, and jam. Other options include sausage and beans and crumbled chicken, all with a side of potato. Israel. Like its other Mediterranean neighbors, Israeli cuisine is full of shawarma, shakshuka, hummus, and falafel. Falafel is the national dish of the country, while there are also many authentic desserts to be had here, like nafe, a shredded phyllo pastry, for their hospital meals. However, the country goes a different way. You can find fried chicken, cut up baby carrots, mashed potatoes, some salad, and vegetable soup. It's filling, but not very Israeli in taste. Italy. Mamma mia! Italy is one of the first countries to be mentioned when food is the topic. Pasta, pizza, and a whole lot of gelato are popular foods in this country. The country gave birth to some of the most amazing dishes that the world consumes as a whole. A basic Italian meal at a hospital will probably include some kind of pasta or gnocchi, some fruits, and water. You might also get a cup of coffee or tea. Jakarta, Indonesia. Indonesia's most popular food, and also its national dish, nasi goreng, is fried rice with a twist. Apart from that, the country also serves up some delicious soups including sop bantat. However, the meal at hospitals is quite different. It includes tea, rice, chicken, eggs, and noodles. The meal seems to be well-rounded and good for the patient. Japan. Nobody does food quite like Japan, with their cuisine fast rising to become a mass favorite. It's safe to say that their food game is on par. Not only that, but their preparation has also always won hearts for being quite amazing. One of the most popular items to come out of the country is a bento box. Even hospitals in Japan use bento boxes for meals, which include veggies, noodles, fish, meat, and a cup of soothing hot tea. Johannesburg, South Africa. Delicious and spicy. That's what South African food is. Bursting with flavors. The country's popular dishes include peri peri chicken, bunny chow, and chaho with nsima. The food includes some great regional ingredients. For hospital food, a basic meal may include poached eggs, sausage, tomato, hash brown, and toast. The meal quite strongly resembles a full English breakfast. Korea. Korea is undoubtedly creating a big splash in multiple industries: TV, music, skincare, and food. Korean food has been popular for some time now, including dishes like kimchi, bibimbap, and sticky rice. Korean sauces are also quite popular in kitchens these days, due to their versatile and amazing taste. Korea doesn't hold back, even in its hospital foods, and it remains quite true to its heritage. Some of the dishes you might commonly be served as a patient include kimchi, sticky rice, Korean pancake, salad, and soup. Leeds, UK. The United Kingdom is known for its full English breakfast hands down. Their best creation, shepherd's pie, and of course, Cornish pastry. The pastry first originated in Cornwall as lunch for common workers. From there, the dish has gained popularity and is today one of the most popular dishes in the country. One of the more common meals in hospitals in the UK also includes Cornish pastries on the menu, along with cabbage, rice pudding, and tea. Malaysia. Like most Asian countries, Malaysian food is centered around rice and some other regional ingredients like lemongrass, coconut, and fish curry leaves. You can get a variety of food in a Malaysian hospital. One basic meal includes stir-fried chicken slices with rice and veggies. It's served with some soup and an apple. You might even get some noodles with gravy and a chicken piece. Not to mention tea to soothe your soul. Melbourne, Australia. The food in Melbourne, Australia differs greatly from that in Sydney. This city is situated near Melbourne, and the same is reflected in its food. The lamb around this region is famous. In Melbourne, Australia, a hospital will usually provide you with a meal consisting of sandwiches, fruits, bread, and, of course, lamb tangerine. The tray looks deliciously arranged and the food looks great too. Massachusetts, USA. As you travel around the USA, even the hospital food will change from state to state. In Massachusetts, an average meal consists of salad alongside chicken soup and crackers. This meal tracks with what a sick child in a USA household would also get: chicken soup and crackers. It's filling, it's nutritious, and it's healthy for the body. If you're still craving some fries, maybe have your relative sneak them in for you. Mexico, with tacos, enchiladas, and tamales. There's no end to Mexican dishes that have the world by its throat, begging for a second, third, or fourth helping. Salsa has now spread across the Mexican borders to make its way to almost every American household as a must-have condiment. Salsa is also available in hospitals in Mexico, such as its popularity and versatility. An average meal for a patient in Mexico consists of an omelette with salsa, a bun, and some chopped papaya. Netherlands. Dutch cuisine is not the most popular cuisine, but it has its own fan following. Have you ever tasted stroopwafel? The most popular dish in the country is poffertjes. These are small pancakes served with melted butter and dusted with icing. It's tasty, but not really a healthy option. An example of a healthy meal served at a Dutch hospital includes chicken, mashed potatoes, vegetables, and some sort of gravy or sauce. New York, USA. Just because you're in the Big Apple doesn't mean that you'll be able to get your hands on those famous bagels in the hospital. Hospital food in New York looks to be quite pleasing, including salmon patties with saffron cream sauce, rice, pumpkin, and banana bread. Just from the description of the dishes, it's safe to assume that this hospital is a little more high-end than its other counterparts. New Zealand. New Zealand is the land of kiwi, so it's no surprise that kiwi pie is the national dish of the nation. Apart from this dessert, New Zealand also does a pretty good fish and chips, crayfish and seafood, as well as pavlova. At the public hospitals in New Zealand, you might not find kiwi pie, but you might get some equally appetizing dessert. This sample tray consists of soup, fried rice and sauce, and a delicious-looking mousse. Norway. Norwegian food strongly reflects the region surrounding it, with the main ingredients being those that can be easily found around the country's mountains and wilderness. Most Norwegian cuisine leans towards being on the meatier side, with meatballs, mutton, and cabbage being popular there. However, the food in the country doesn't live up to the hype of the hospital cuisine itself, with the basic hospital meal including bread, plain butter, and a side salad. Paris, France. The French handle most things in their life with panache and elegance, and their hospital food looks no different. The city of love is famous for its lattes and croissants, and even though the same might not be fit for a hospital, something similar is for sure on the tray. The food consists of a fish starter, some chicken, and a kosher dish, alongside a helping of bread and pie. We won't lie, the food looks like something straight out of a hotel. Philippines. Filipino cuisine is rich in meat. Most of their dishes are centered around this ingredient, mainly beef, chicken, and pork. The unofficial national dish of the country is adobo, a chicken dish marinated in a variety of spices and ingredients. When at a Philippine hospital, one can expect to be served simple, healthy food like a portion of rice, veggies, and fruit. Nothing too meat-heavy is served, despite the country's typical cuisine. Poland. If you are ever in a hospital in Poland, you might expect to find your breakfast to be something different. A simple Polish breakfast at hospitals consists of bread, pickle, and sausage. The country is famous for filled dumplings named pierogi, but the dish is definitely not patient-friendly. For breakfasts, the Polish usually stick to their meats and their eggs. However, what they serve at a hospital looks far removed from their regular fare. Qatar. The nation of Qatar has traditional Arabian food as its main cuisine. Some popular dishes include a classic Arabian stew called silina, a rich rice dish majbouz, and shawarma. For their hospital food, the country doesn't compromise with its rich cuisine. The food typically consists of cooked rice with vegetable curry and a side of veggies, like spicy okra, some salad, and fruit, like oranges. They even give yogurt to the patients. Richmond, Canada. No, your hospital food isn't covered in maple syrup just because you're in Canada. You won't even get a side of poutine in the hospital, as potato and cheese can hardly be called a healthy diet. What you do get in the Canadian hospitals are sweet and sour pork, bok choy, and some honeydew melon. The filling and balanced meal is perfect and covers all your basic food groups. If you're still craving some poutine, you can find plenty of places to eat in Canada. Russia, you've all probably heard of stroganoff or shashlik. Well, these dishes originated in Russia. The country's national dish is pelmeni, which is a pastry dumpling full of meat. A simple hospital meal in Russia usually consists of buckwheat pudding, coffee, and cottage cheese. This is pretty much in line with the residents' daily eating habits, as buckwheat pudding is one of the more popular breakfast items eaten by Russians. Scotland, the land of the Loch Ness Monster. Scotland is famous for its lively culture and breathtaking landscape. Popular food items from the area include haggis, a savory meat pudding, fish and chips, Scottish porridge, and a relatively new invention, the deep-fried Mars bar. One of the photos shared on the internet pertaining to Scottish hospital food showcases a meal of rice and a sort of meat stew. This holds close to the country's love of meaty dishes. Singapore, one of the fastest growing places in the world, is known for everything. Even though the country has its own food, like laksa and Hainanese chicken rice, most of its food is derived with influences from many other places like China and India. This is mostly thanks to the great influx of foreigners settling down in the country. A traditional hospital meal in Singapore, therefore, is often a mix. A basic meal contains rice, gravy, salad, and fruit. Slovakia, the European country of Slovakia doesn't have fixed dishes that are common for the entire nation. Instead, the dishes vary from region to region in this beautiful place. One of the most popular dishes is dumplings with sheep's cheese. It's also the country's national dish. For Slovakian hospitals, breakfasts usually consist of bread, ham slices, some cheese, and fruit. Meanwhile, lunch includes a portion of rice with stew and soup. Spain isn't all about telenovelas and soccer. One of the biggest draws to visiting the country is to eat the delicious and mouth-watering dishes of the country. From Pella to gazpacho, Spain truly is the heart of some truly breathtaking food. For hospital meals, the Spanish usually give some chorizo, a local dish of spicy sausage and pepper rice, some cut-up fruits, and juice. Switzerland. From mountains to chocolate products, Switzerland has it all. The Swiss are most famous for their milk products, like cheeses and chocolates, as the quality of milk in the country is exceptional. The people in the country usually eat sandwiches and cold cut meats for their meals, amongst other things. For an average hospital meal, you'll get a quiche, a salad, an eclair, and juice. Sydney, Australia. Hey matey, if you are ever stuck in an Australian hospital, then you're bound to get some delicious food. An average meal at any outback hospital includes pumpkin soup, apricot chicken, peas, and mashed potato, the country's most popular and distinguished food. However, has and will always be Vegemite. With so much of the world divided over the taste of that dish, it's a good thing that it hasn't made its way into the hospitals. Thailand. When we talk about the land of pad thai and tom yum goong, expectations are pretty high in terms of food. Thai cuisine mostly uses lettuce, thick noodles, and delicious flavors. Thai green curry is also quite famous for its rich coconut flavor. For hospital food, the main dish of the meal is influenced by the local cuisine. It's easy to find noodles and shrimp porridge on your tray. Vietnam. Vietnamese pho is a dish that's recognized throughout the world as something truly spectacular. The cuisine is famous for its simple and soothing flavors, as well as the lightness one feels after eating this food. The cuisine is heavily influenced by China and France, two powerhouses in the world of food. An average meal in a Vietnamese hospital mostly looks like this: a portion of white rice, a boiled green veggie or spinach with meat, a source of protein like chicken or tofu, and fruit, usually banana. You may even get a bowl of soup with your meal. Wisconsin, USA. The states of the USA have some distinctive features that differentiate them from each other, a major one being food. But one thing that's universally comforting throughout the country is chicken pot pie. This Wisconsin hospital understands the significance of some comfort food, and it serves its patients chicken pot pie, broccoli, and a chocolate cookie with a side of black coffee. It's a healthy, hearty meal that's bound to bring the patient some much needed cheer.